Hello everyone, and welcome back to Lakeburg Legacies, where we have recently had a baby boom, and also all of the villagers who work together happen to absolutely hate each other. Well, we're going to get to work on that, and we're also going to get to work on hopefully having this village grow into a magnificent, at least rat-free and somewhat, less hating each other community. But we'll have to see how that happens, especially considering that even the kids are now fighting. I can't believe it, but Tass has gone ahead and they have met one of the other new children in town, Boris, who's about to get a brand new name. And Boris is 0 years old, but somehow Tass, the 3-year-old, has decided that Boris is insignificant. Tass, be nice. That being said, let us go ahead and celebrate the fact that thankfully it's also Midsummer, just in time for series Please Save Me Midsummer Festival, in which we stop everything and I try and understand what the heck I'm doing for just a second. Step number 1. Bianca's visiting! And Bianca, you beautiful, wonderful llama, you, probably the only llama in the world who I like and I can pretend likes me, have some of this wonderful, leather? I'm trying to think. In dotage, we called it, bunny blankets. Here, I almost feel like it's stripped off of the trees because I see more trees than anything else. So have some wonderful, tree bark fabric. There you go. All right, so now that we've gone ahead and given her that, we have a ton of gold. That's important for the fact that we do want to start taking a little bit better care of our villagers, and we do want to start helping the village to grow even more, especially considering I think somewhere, dang it, we don't have it in our little log anymore. Let's see, hide info, show, oh, so I had it to only show me the really, really, really big important stuff. That's gonna give us such a broader sense of what's going on in the village if I can actually see all of the different events. Like the fact that very recently, Miss Fortune and Rainbow Dash's love generated even more prestige and hearts, and Rainbow Dash, who is our newest addition to the village, marrying into the Baker family. And man, that is kind of sassy that Miss Fortune just moved in and was like, by the way, my last name's Baker, and kicked Ember out of the bakery. No wonder she and Latte don't get along very well. But they are now citizen level 2. We've got some stones. This is going to be very helpful in trying to construct some sort of narrative to what's going on with our villagers, but it helps when they have names when we do that. So let's also take this moment during the summer festival to name the children very quickly after our wonderful patrons who make all of these adventures possible and whose names will very loosely be used so that you too don't have to worry about becoming romantically entangled in our village while being a club-footed, greedy, ill-mannered, beautiful baker or whatever you end up becoming. So, with the addition to the Bella family, Nalina, Penny, I would like you to welcome none other than Mad Cat. And Mad Cat 333, I'm trying to think of what name to be inspired by you. And I kind of Angry Kitty is a weird way to roll with that. So let's actually go with, how about just Kitty? Kitty Bell. That's a nice ring to it, you might say. Okay, that's pretty bad, but still. And Kitty happens to be just a little one who doesn't have a big appetite. She just really likes to nibble veggies. And club-footed, so she's not very dexterous, but she does like crafting, interesting, and food. So we'll have to see how her skills develop as she gets older. And meanwhile, in the Quakes family, Ember and Latte have just welcomed in their son, who is sad. Aww, that's really sad. His morale will go down really quickly. We're gonna try to make him happier and hopefully zero gravity. Can I put your whole name in? I can. Zero gravity. I'm just gonna use your whole name because I feel like maybe this young 0-year-old has made himself somewhat sad by contemplating nihilism. Because 0. Emptiness, nothingness. Does anything have a point? 0 things have a point. So you know what, we'll just go with 0 actually, because I feel like that's such such a hilarious way where it's like, why is this baby so sad? Because he contemplates the meaninglessness of life. That's why. But he's very perceptive, so maybe we'll be able to find him a position in life that will bring him some joy. And speaking of bringing joy, right over here we have got a bouncing, energetic, nimble little baby in the Baker family who we are going to go ahead and we are going to name just Sister. Let's see. How about Sister? Like, that's just cute. Sister Baker. That's adorable. I wonder if we're going to end up having some sort of like monastery we could put her in, or a nunnery or whatever. I think you can be a priestess actually, if I remember correctly. We'll have to see how things work out. But all right, now that we have gone ahead and given all the babies names, we're going to try a couple more things real quick. One, we need to employ the children, as weird as that sounds. But Beetle has gone ahead and grown up, and so has Silene, Silkflea, and they want to have some jobs. And you could actually have our very first apprentices. And we're gonna come over here, and we're actually going to come to Nature, because Nature over here, his son happens to be Beetle. And we actually have a student slot available for Nature. And I'm gonna have that happen because Beetle is a child who has good perception, and his aspiration is to do something that has to do with perception. Now, apparently, stage performance is what he's really skilled at, but perception is something that I think will build over time. And I think it'll build up faster if he happens to apprentice into a job that he really enjoys. Also, apparently he has like potential to be a priest. Didn't expect that. He is beautiful, club-footed, and energetic. I mean, you think if he's energetic, he'd get along with other energetic kids. Maybe we'll try to introduce him to another kid soon. But Beetle, let's have you go ahead and apprentice to your father. Over here in the hunter's cabin, since that does indeed require a bit of perception. So students, a student gets experience in the occupation skill depending on their intelligence. I wonder if I can make a school. And the aspiration, and their aspiration. If the latter is full, the student will get more experience. Aspirations may evolve. After 3 evolutions, it may change into an experience trait, which adds to the stat and skill bonus. From the mentorship area, you may return at any given time to the production area. Okay, thank you. Like, still a little confused about life at times, but we're working on it. And actually, if that's the case, So, actually, Nature doesn't have very high intelligence, and it increases, the higher your intelligence, the better you are as a teacher. We're just gonna wiggle over to Jurassic, I think, and be able to wave at Nature, like Beetle's dad. Let me see if that changes anything, because that's training 12%. Chances to increase their aspiration 12%. Yeah, chances to increase go up to 13% under Jurassic. And you know, maybe it'll be good for for him to go ahead and like get to know another person in town. So Jurassic Berry, Beetle Crystal. Ugh, trying to keep track of all these last names. Quite a bit busyness. And then Silene, what is your aspiration? Let's see. Also perception. And she's also into nature. So why don't we see if she wants to... Is farming good for... farming is good for strength. Peasants who want to do something in strength. And lumberjack is good for strength and athletics. Bakery is good for food and dexterity. Then we've got athletics and dexterity for masons. Sewing is crafting and charisma. Mining is perception and strength. Interesting. And nature would actually be our best miner. Nature, I'm gonna have you come over here then, since you'd be good there, and Silene and you shall go forth and learn how to mine. Oh, yeah, like, I'm gonna figure this out, guys. We're gonna find a way to make this roll off the tongue a lot easier so that we can go ahead and really have everybody, like, interact. What we might do is end up following, like, one family and kind of keeping track of what they're up to. Kind of like the fact I'm sort of attached to the Quakes family with their nihilistic 0-year-old and the fact that Latte is just not getting along with her coworker. I'm hoping we can somehow change that a little bit. So I wonder, can I go ahead and have her meet with misfortune again? Can we greet? They're sworn enemies. Ah. I don't think our bakery is going well. Is there any other job you would like to have in life? Nope. Okay, I think we need, you know what? This is a good, exciting thing, because what we're gonna do is we're gonna try to figure out some other thing that can produce food basically as quickly as possible. Like maybe the harvester's barn, or a banquet, or you know, anything that produces food so that we can potentially break those two up and not have like a huge, well, you know, they're not in a relationship, but like break them up as coworkers, because otherwise I think we're about to set fire to the bakery. Not good. All right, last thing before we go ahead and allow time to pass, let us check upon the recruits who might be able to join us. Now, what do we need the most of? Actually, we can let time pass now, and I'll kind of look over things. We could use more hunters, more masons or farmers or lumberjacks. We already have lumberjack and farm space available. And this person here might be good as a farmer. Aspiration to do with food. Also nature. She counts as an artisan, ill-mannered and a glutton. And this guy is a coward who's humble and social. Okay, that's kind of hilarious. He's an artisan who wants to do something with food and is really good at crafting and food. I don't know if either of those people really fit at the moment, unfortunately, because we need somebody who's strong in nature and maybe has like a strength desire for farming. Yeah, I think that's what we'll do, is we'll start being a little pickier about our villagers to try to encourage development of the story of Lakeburg, and when we're not completely, utterly desperate for anything to happen. Silene Silkflea has gone ahead and met Zero. And now, so those are the two kids, and now they're acquaintances. Oh, look at that. Wow, we're producing a lot of stuff. Neat. And then, oh, Kitty just became confident. How cute. How did you get confident, little itty bitty? So Kitty, you know your parents. I wonder if I can have Kitty. How old are you? 1 year old. Kitty, why don't we have you come over and meet with Zero? I want to see what happens if we have the kids get to know each other. Like, does anything happen? They're acquaintances. Okay. I spent a lot of hearts figuring out that, aw, Silene and Zero are now acquaintances, and Zero and Kitty are acquaintances. Zero is really getting to know a lot of people in town. That's adorable. All right. I'm gonna need love produced again, because I kind of like blitzed past a whole bunch of our hearts by attempting to mend relationships between our coworker villagers. It didn't work. Ooh, and we can sell some of our veggies for more money. Ah, and that reminds me, we do need to go ahead and spend that money on something. So what's the next food thing we can make? Fisherman's hut. Intelligence and perception. And I can't see what the other things would do until they're built. Building site, forge. So we need iron for the fisherman's hut. And we're getting the iron right now from the mine. And to get the building site, which have builder tickets, whatever those are, we need the forge, which is intelligence and weapons mastery. Which means we need more from the mine. Boy, there's a lot going. Oh, Zero and Tassberry have now met and they're impressed with each other. Cool. The kids think they're neat. I like that. I like how the kids are just like starting to develop relationships in the village. So if we need more iron, let's come over and let's actually get a whole bunch more by increasing our efficiency twice. Wow, that was expensive, but it was going to be worth it because now, look at that. Oh my gosh, we really get a lot more now. We were only getting 13 iron before, and I would bet you that iron is probably pretty good at being able to go ahead and be bartered off to the llama. All right, we're producing a record low in bread, as we unfortunately have not managed to go ahead and have our bakers be friends with each other. And then my guinea pig distracted me for a moment. Sorry about that. He was doing zoomies, and I've been trying to record it for you guys on my phone so that you can see him do zoomies. But every time I turn, he stops, and he just waits for a treat. Adorable. But alright, so some resources have been used. The rodents have stolen some of our angry bread. The bread baked by our furious bakers. I kind of wonder if can I keep like poking them and be like, hey, come on, like, let's be friends. Let's be friends here. Let's try again. Maybe? Anything? Anything better? Like, anything good, decent happen with that? Well, Latte and Zero Quakes have met and now share the following relationship. Oh, Latte, when did you meet little itty Zero? And you share the loved one relationship with them? That's interesting. Latte, so affinity. So they just really like each other. Oh, Latte likes the little baby. That's cute. I'm trying to see. Social relationship. Huh. So it's interesting to see how you can actually have affinity. Interesting. Yeah, there's a lot of details here that I'm beginning to realize maybe I don't even need to know all of them as long as I can build a good story. Huh, that's a relief. Latte and Misfortune have developed the following feeling. Charmed. You know, Misfortune? Latte? Charmed? Okay, I'll take that, actually. I'll take that. That's from spending our little points to see if we could get them to get along a little better, isn't it? No, the affinity's still bad. But I thought that they had a bit of a better affinity now that they would work together. Oh dear. Okay, I am not 100% understanding everything just yet, but I think we're making things a little bit better. I think. All right, don't mind me. Just trying to wiggle all of this out and make sense with it. Okay, I probably need all of that stone, but we don't have a lot of money right now. All right. Let's see. Where are we going? Okay, so I think now I don't need to know about a lot of things, but Misfortune and Rainbow Dash are in love still. Taz and Zero just like each other. You guys are just babies. How does that even happen? And also, it's interesting to see that oh, that's where I can find what it says. I've been trying to figure out where you can find the specific relationship thing, and now they're disliked. I see. But friendly with your parents is a good thing. And Zero, oh my gosh, he really does dislike Taz, but he really likes Latte and even has the loved one. Aww. That's so adorable, because it's his mom. Of course. Taz! Oh, you're so cute. Look at her. Wow, Taz. Okay, let's see. And yeah, you really hate baby Zero. That's kind of strong feeling. Maybe we could get you to become friends with Beetle. Let's see. Painting, treats, and music. Hey, you both like music, but you hate public executions and he likes them. Understandable. Also, the weight of decisions. Nalina doesn't know what to do with her life and feels lost. Whatever she does, think, seek advice, look for inspiration, or even turn to faith. Everything feels like everything else. What should she do? Make random decisions with dice and cards, or do nothing and wait for something to happen? Go random. I legitimately could not answer anything else other than go random on this. Also, gosh darn it, Baby Clover, distracting me once again. I'm so sorry, guys. He's doing zoomy laps, and I love him, and it's very distracting. But of course, that does indeed add to the idea of randomness in life. Nalina stumbled onto a passion. Oh no, for gambling! Betting, dice, cards, knucklebones, and other such games soon held no secrets for her. She made herself a solid reputation in the business, even though her luck varied wildly. So I have no idea what that just did for her, but it did something. All right, well, you know, it is kind of tricky to be able to grab hold of the story that I wish to tell here when there's so much going on. Also, apparently we have insufficient meat and fish, and the villagers want that. Ah, I see. So I think what we might do is I might attach myself to a family that really just stands out to me. And right now that's kind of the Quakes family. Ember currently assigned as a lumberjack, even though she's miserable once more in her job. But her perfect match marriage with Latte and their child Zero. Also, I just remembered if we want more kids. Oh, what's this? And Zero has now like picked, or like Beetle has decided that Zero is insignificant. Beetle, just because you're the firstborn child in the entire village doesn't mean you can be so sassy. In fact, maybe what we need to help Beetle cool off a little bit is to potentially unlock some new babies. And then, oh, Alpaca and Nature normally have a wonderful time. They dream of each other. They smile when they hear each other's first name. They have an excellent affinity, but they're recently a little distressed because they don't support the same champion in the joust. That's hilarious. Also, Beetle, you might end up with another child in the family. 12% chance of you potentially having a, oh, they're excited about that. Oh, Alpaca remembered Nature's birthday. Wow, there's a lot going on in these houses. There's a lot. Let's go to the oldest houses. Oh my gosh, and Jurassic and Sky are obsessed with the idea of having another baby. All right, another baby is desired between Grace and Ariel as well. Nalina and Penny obsessed with the idea of a new child. Ember and Latte have zero desire for a new child because if I recall correctly, I think that's because, yeah, they still have the young parent trait. They're like, no, don't even talk to me about that. And same with the Bakers. And the Crystal family, there we go. Yay! I really like being able to open up like new slots for people to have more children. All right. So we'll keep an eye on, I think, the Quakes family at the moment, just because they really stand out, like 2 fighting bakers at the bakery. Latte, have you figured out how to have sworn enemy level 5? So here's the goals. If we are going to focus upon the Quakes family in this sprawling village, we now, and Tass and Zero are now grateful to each other. So Zero Quakes, their nihilistic young baby, has met Tass, one of the older children in town, and possibly had the time to do so because she doesn't have a apprenticeship just yet, but they have a grateful personality. Wait, no, why do they dislike each other? But maybe that'll heal if they become nice to one another? Boy, I really hope I can make that a better relationship. I'll figure this out eventually. And she wants a job, something to do with perception. So do I have more room at the Hunter's Cabin? Oh no, Jurassic only has 1. Ah, that's right. Because we only have 1 hunter now. Okay, I've made a mess of things. I apologize. We're going to make this work though. And Tass, what do I need the most of next? Possibly, granary, storage limit reached on iron and wood, eh? Stock? Max upgrade. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh my, like, okay. Don't worry, we're going to figure this out. I guess I don't need anybody at the mines right now then. So we can actually take Nature off the mines, and instead we can maybe send him back to hunting? Maybe? Yep. Siri's made a big mess out of this. But the good news is, if we do that, he can go ahead and teach Tass, because she's pretty excited about the idea of being over here for hunting. All right, there we go. And now Tass and Zero have become rivals. Poor baby Zero, our nihilistic child, just surrounded by trouble. Oh, yep. An apprentice miner. Oh, now we've made it so Silene. We don't have enough jobs with perception, do we? Because Road's Nest job is leadership and strength. Yes, I have made a mess. All of a sudden our villagers are kind of struggling to have like a few things. We don't really have enough rocks either, so I kind of need more masons over here to be able to do a good job. I'm going to pick down some goals for us to be. A baby's on the way for Jurassic and Sky! Huzzah! Jurassic gained the following trait, waiting for a stork, and so did Sky. That's adorable. All right, now that the village has grown so much, as I have said over and over again, we shall indeed start focusing our efforts in one spot more than the others. The farm is now missing enough wheat to be able to make more bread. We have insufficient amounts of bread because the rats have been getting into it. We don't have, okay. We're gonna spend this year's Siri Saves the Village Summer Festival sorting a few of these things out and picking a family to focus on so that I don't quite have this much chaos. And this time I'm going to make sure that before we come back and adventure again, I also feed my baby guinea pig some treats so that I don't want him to stop running around distracting me, but he's so cute. Come over. Okay, I gotta go play with him. Until next time, my friends, I promise I'll make it less chaotic. I hope. Bye. Oh, and the bells are waiting for a stork too. Huzzah!